Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We'll arriving at our destination shortly.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the latest episode of the Airplane Show. My name is Greg. I'm going to be your internet pilot today. Not a real pilot, but I do play one on the internet. And we're going to try to get 2024 working. Last time I tried 2024, it didn't work. I tried it for the 777. Oh, by the way, what's up, Keith? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, I tried to use the 777 and well, look at that plane. That plane just made a U-turn all on its own. Look at that. That's amazing. I need to get me one of those planes. Yeah, anyways, it didn't work on 2024. It kept on freezing. It actually froze the whole computer, which was wild. I've never had that happen with this computer before. Like, I don't use this computer for anything other than really simulator. Like, I'll play some games on Steam every once in a while, maybe, or some games from like Xbox, Game Pass, but like, I've never, I don't really use this computer for anything other than gaming. So, I know I don't have anything wrong with the computer. That was wild, man. It froze up twice. So we should be okay with this airplane. Let me get the sound turned. Sound, even though there's not really any sound right now. Volume on for the intentions and GSX. Yeah, I mean, I think the airplane, to me, it looks pretty damn good in 2024. I know I've flown it in 2024 before, but it's been a minute since I've been in it. We don't have case plane like we had last night. Now, see, this looks a little like, really, Just Flight? Really? Is that how the fives looked? That almost looks like an upside down, too. Doesn't it? Tree person is scheduled to come by Wednesday and cut down the trees. Excellent. Trees need to be cut down in my house. Window, let me open this back up. I need to see. All right, anyways, let's jump inside the airplane. I already saved seats. I do want to at least upload the flight plan in this tablet. Do that, then we will start getting everything set up here. I have the checklist put up on my iPad here. All right, let me load from PC. Downloads in there now. We just doing VOR only navigation today. Right, there is a checklist in here which you can use if you really want to. It's the same checklist that I'm going to be going over, but if you're having trouble finding something, you can always click this eyeball and it'll it's supposed to bring you to, I guess it doesn't bring it to you automatically anymore. It used to bring your face up to where you were looking at. All right, so let me check. Battery voltage turned on. Now I do want to get ground power. Aircraft. Ground power. Turn battery on. Turn on ground power. Now the ground power, all it does is just keep the battery charged. Sounds in this airplane are so delicious. Let's check battery 1. That's on the checklist. Battery 2. All right, that's good. All All right, we need to do the APU fire test. Down here. Set that. APU main switch on. Generator 3 is off. APU air switch is off. And we need to have one of these on here. Now there is state saving, so if you want to like turn off all the bleed switches and all that, I mean, you certainly can. You can turn off the generators here. You know, the essential buses, you can turn all that off. Okay. So we got that. All right, APU start. Let's get the APU started. And once we get the APU started, we'll start loading up the aircraft. I wonder if I still need a checklist. I've flown this airplane often. It's been a long time since I've flown it, but I seem to remember a lot of it, so hopefully. Okay, that looks good. Let's turn on generator 3. Now let's go down below and turn on the radio switches. See, in the state saving too, you can turn off all these hydraulic switches if you want to. Like, you can turn off all that shit. All right, let's turn on the master radio switches. We'll turn these off for now. That way we can turn them back on. There's something else to click. All right, let me get the light switches on. I have one here. We have one above. Man, the switches sound so good in this airplane. So satisfying. Have another switch down here. Now you can install, there is an option to have two different flight management systems in here. Let me show you on the tablet. First of all, let me import our payload. Okay, and now it should call GSX over here. And that I have GSX turned on here. GSX. So you can turn this on here, RNAV options, and it'll give you the UNS FMS option. It's in like the Bay 146. Or you have the regular Garmin system, but we're going to run without it. We don't need that today. We don't need roads. Alright, I should have the flight plan imported. Okay, so that's good. Just make sure GSX is coming. Use American. I think American
is on its way.
I think American's the one that bought this airplane. I think they bought Piedmont.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Okay, darling, no problem. We got plenty to do anyways inside the airplane here. All right, so taxi, SID. We don't have a SID. We want east layout of the airport. This one right here. Back here, let's go aircraft. All right, let's continue our checklist. I should probably put this. That's better. Now I don't have to like be in a weird position for the microphone. Okay, overhead panel. Okay, APU's on. Okay, let's check the overhead panel. Electrical power is on.
Fuel truck is in position. Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it. Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
Alright, we need here. So say almost 15,000 pounds of fuel. Alright, it looks like it's doing it automatically for us. Which is good, because I don't really have a place to plug it in, so... Alright, let's go back up top here. It's pretty much just going down the line all the way in each one of these columns. Alright, electrical power, check. Emergency lights, let's arm those. Battery on, we can turn off that now. Turn the TRUs on. Okay, bleed is all good. Leave that on 1 there for now. Let's put this on auto. That looks good. Air conditioning, this is all off for now. That's good. Those work. Let's test the ice detection. Alright, let's put on our seatbelt sign. I'll wait until... Actually, I'm going to wait to do that. Let me get clearance. Let me pull up a tablet. And get clearance. That is not the right airplane. We'll see. Oh, do I not have say intentions open? Oh, maybe that's why I don't have them open yet. No, that would be why that right info is not showing up there. Hang on, let me open them up. Maybe we can at least get, why am I getting another thing for an update? Whatever. I don't know why, I just updated it. I don't know why they're giving me another thing for an update. Alright, so ATIS is 126.5. Let's plug that in. Why do you look blurry now? Volume. Let's turn on, oh, where do I turn you on? So, let's see here. Here. Or do I not have, maybe I don't have the volume on. Let me see here.
Niner Zulu.
There we go.
Arriving runways 17 right, 16 left, 16 right. Departing runways 8, 17 left. Wind 020 at 5. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, view at 1900 feet. Broken at 3100 feet. Solid overcast at 14,000.
Are they done pulling this up? I guess they are.
Temperature 19. Dew point 13. Altimetry 30 meters. Density altitude 6800 feet. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Quebec.
Quebec. Alright.
Denver International Airport. Information, Quebec. 1729 Zulu. Arriving runways 17 right, 16 left, 16 right. Departing runways 8, 17 left. Wind 020 at 5. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, view at 1900 feet.
Boarding requested.
Broken at 3100 feet. Solid overcast at 14,000 feet. Temperature 19.
Alright. We gotta turn down the music a little bit.
P140. Pilot Pilots boarding starting.
After departure on 1820.8. Squawk 6475, expect runway 25 United, 1125.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Denver clearance, Piedmont 219 requesting IFR clearance to Albuquerque. We have information
Crew boarding
Quebec.
starting. Your crew has boarded.
25, read back correct.
Passengers boarding
Final
starting.
that clearance. Give me just a minute.
All right, now we can put on the fasten seatbelts.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Piedmont 219, cleared to Albuquerque. Radar vectors Denver, then as filed. Climb and maintain 9000. Expect flight level 29010 minutes after departure. Departure on 120.8, squawk 1477. And I know it's not what you filed, but you can expect runway 8.
Copy that. Climb, maintain 9000. Expect flight level 29010 minutes after departure. Departure on 120.8. Squawk 1477 and roger that departure runway 8. Piedmont 219. Okay. Doesn't really matter since we're doing VOR only.
Read back correct.
Let me grab our first navigation point. Oh, you know, I could probably grab it from the tablet here. No, I'm going to leave them on say intention. Let me just bring up Navigraph here. I think we're departing from Denver. EEN is our first. Okay. And we have BRK.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this flight with from Denver to
Okay, so
My name
Denver
Lisa, and I'm
is.
the lead flight attendant today, alongside my wonderful crew members, Sarah, Mike, and Jessica. We kindly ask you to take your seats according to your boarding
117.9,
passes.
so we're gonna
Stow your
use
hand luggage
nav
over
2
the
for that.
bins or under the seats in front of you.
117.9.
Please don't hesitate to reach out to any of us. Thank you for choosing, and we hope you have a pleasant flight.
And then BRK is 112.5. Alright, nav on. Okay, fuel shutoff valve indicators are both open. Gotta check the terrain system here.
Glide slope. Pull up. Glide slope. Pull up. Glide slope. Pull up. Glide slope. Pull up.
That's all good. Alright, now we gotta come down to the left-hand panel here. Make sure this works. That works. Nose wheel steering is on. And okay, this is good. That's fine. Alright, come over here. Sure, all this looks good. Skid control. Outbound. Okay, general instrument panel. Let's check our hydraulics. Which one is it? I think it's this one. Alright, and
Boarding is complete.
oh, that looks good. Offload, offload, fuel pressure. Okay, test, let's see here, test you. That works. EV tests work. Okay. Test you. That works, and that works. Lamp test you. I'm kind of going out of order. I'm just trying to do this to save time. We can get ready and back up and all that. Alright, here's the flight data recorder. If you want to play with that, you can. Let's turn on our oxygen. Come back over here, make sure our pumps work. Alright, very good. Very good. Very good, and very good. Collection tanks in black. Let's put these on takeoff. All right, we have both of these are engaged. All the hydraulic switches are on. Let's put on nav lights and I'm ready to back up. So put those on. The pre-departure circuit breakers, I'm sure are fine. All right, let's put on the. I guess I should look at the circuit breakers. They do work. Oh, I thought they did work. Maybe they don't in this airplane. Oh yeah, they do. No, they don't. Yes, they do. Some of them work. Okay. Let me close the door here. All right, let's put on some APU air. Let's see here. APU air, windshield heat. Put that on low. Gas and seatbelt signs, skid controls fine. T's and takeoff. Nav lights are on. Yeah, check brake pressure, fuel quantity, pressurization. We need to set that. Did they really say we were going up to 29,000 feet today? One sec. All right, let's get rid of ground power. I'll be damned. It is 29,000 feet. Okay. I think that's like the max of the airplane, isn't it? Cabin altitude. Let's go up to 30,000. We're supposed to do 1,000 over. Sure, this is at like 10 o'clock. Okay, parking brake. Fuel quantity, pressurization, thrust index. Did we need to set the thrust index? All right, let me, it's probably the max for it, but let me see what our temperature is outside here. Okay, so currently we are, let's see here, 3028 for the pressure. Let me plug that in. And I got to go to page, I think it's 243. So we have outside air temperature. Let me see what the outside air temperature is. You do have a checklist here you can use. I don't know where they put it though. Where did that fucking check? Where did it go? It's like it's gone now. It's weird. Anyways. Alright. Okay, we have 64 degrees outside, so outside air above 50. And what's our current altitude right now? 5,700. Okay, so we're at 58 for the okay outside. Oh, this is in Celsius. What are we in Celsius right now? 18 degrees in Celsius. Okay, so 128. It looks like we're at 102 for our thrust index setting. Cabin air on, engine air off. Cabin air on, air off. Okay, thrust index. Okay, so we have 18. So we're looking at 131. Oh, here we go. Okay. Here, looking at a thrust index rating of, wow, of 100. Okay, let me put that in. Let me go back to our checklist where we were at. We're getting ready to back up and start our engines. All right, let's set our thrust index. Actually, we can probably put them up to 102. And let's... Very good. All right, let me contact ground and get clearance for pushback. Ground is 121.35. Denver ground, Piedmont 219, requesting clearance for pushback and engine start.
Piedmont 219, pushback and engine start approved. Tail west.
Hey, that's right, I'm going to runway 8.
Cabin crew, arm doors and cross check. Locking gear.
Denver ground, United 1128, ready for taxi.
Now they do have a really good pushback system here, which we can use. We're gonna try to use GSX today. There we go. Let's do here. Nose to the right. Oh, box.
Release parking brakes, please.
Feet on the regular brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right, so we should be able to start our engines now.
Ready for taxi.
Engine start selector. Let's turn this on. Start number 2.
United 1125, runway 25 taxi via Alpha November Kilo Alpha Alpha Golf.
Taxi to runway 25 via
Once we get to 15, 20%,
let's
put on
1125.
start fuel.
Cross-check. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this flight with our virtual airline from Denver to Albuquerque. We're thrilled to have you with us today. Our captain for this flight is Gregory, and our first officer is Long Duck Dong. Joining me in the cabin are my wonderful crew
And once
members,
our
Emily, John, and Sarah. We're
exhaust
flying on
reaches
a Fokker
400,
F28 MK.4000, and our estimated
or we get to
flight time is
50% here, we can then put our fuel on.
Now let's go over
Oh, I
some
never put on the fuel
important
pumps.
safety information. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened
That would help.
low and tight across your lap.
There we go.
Simply lift the buckle. In the unlikely event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from the pants above you. Pull the mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place it over your nose and mouth, and secure it to your lap. Remember to secure your own mask or assist others. In case of an emergency evacuation, please leave your luggage behind and proceed to the nearest exit. On this Fokker F28, we have 2 emergency exits located at the front and 2 at the rear of the cabin. Please take a moment to locate the exit nearest you, keeping in mind that it may be behind you. For water landings,
Please set parking brakes.
your seat. To use it, pull it out, place it over your head, and pull the straps to secure it. Inflate
Waiting your
the vents
confirmation for a good engine start.
once you're outside the aircraft. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you have a pleasant flight. I will now inform the captain that the cabin is ready for departure.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
All right, let's start the other engine. We can probably put on generator 2. Start this one up. Yeah, I was wondering why the engine wasn't kicking on. I was like, what the hell? Like, it's pretty easy engine to start up. I don't even know if you really need to wait for the fuel separation, like put it on start, then all the way up, but that's what they recommend.
Sky conditions. View at 1900 feet.
Oh, all right, fuel.
3100 feet. Solid overcast at 14,000 feet. Temperature
I don't know why this horizon indicator hasn't synced up yet. Usually you
Tow
can
truck disconnected. Bypass
usually can
pin
hold this
removed.
button in and it works pretty well.
Left is clear, right is clear.
Denver International Airport. Information Quebec. 1729 Zulu. Arriving runways 17 right, 16 left, 16 right.
Every once in a while, you'll get a flare from the engine too, which is pretty cool.
17 left. Wind 020 apply. Visibility 10.
Alright, let's put this to 29,000 feet.
1900 feet. Broken at 3100 feet.
Why am I on ATIS right now?
14,000 feet. Temperature 100. Dew point 13.
Alright, ground 2135. Alright, let's get our flaps down. Make sure all the... Oh, I gotta turn on, okay. Generator. Okay, all the warning lights are out. That's good. HP fuel valve levers are open. You can see they're open. Fuel pressure lights are out. All the lights are out. Okay, very good. Starter master switch. Let's turn that off. Make sure both air conditioning switches are on. Let's check our AC and DC power. Now this is interesting. Why is that okay, never mind. We're good now. Alright, let's check our AC and DC power. Alright, that looks good. Excellent. Alright, that's all good. Engine anti-ice, auto or low. Let's put that on auto. Gotta be careful when you're moving around. If you click this button, it'll come on. Then you look at it and you're like, oh my god, there's icing. It's not really icing. Alright, windshield heat is low. Pitot and vane heat. Let's turn those on. Okay, electrical pump switches are off. Light control lights are out. Okay, and then APU air off. Generator 3 off. And generator 3 off. Okay, and then we don't turn the APU off until we line up. Flight instruments, let's check those. Are they working? I don't have any controls. Alright, I have rudder controls. Do I have throttle? Yeah, I got throttle controls. Why are my rings? I wonder why the controls aren't yeah, I mean, it should be. Yeah, that works. Weird. I guess we'll find out in a moment when we start moving. We get clearance for taxi. Denver ground, Piedmont 219 requesting taxi clearance to runway 08.
Piedmont 219, runway taxi by Bravo Sierra Mike.
Oh, I know why they're not working right now. We didn't turn off the gust lock. I bet you it'll work now. Yep, forward, back, side. Copy that, taxi to runway 08 via Bravo Sierra Mike, Piedmont 219. All right, let's see exactly where we're going here. So we are right down here. Sierra, Bravo, Mike. So here's Mike. Oh, whatever. All right, let's go. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Oh, you know what? Let me get this banner on too. I think the banner should work now that I've... Yep, there we go. We got the banner there. Altitude, course. Oh yeah, we got to set the course. Okay, hang on, let me set that real quick. So we are... We are going on a 117 course. To the VOR station. And away from it would be 180 degrees less, so 200 is 317. We got 297 here. And we're actually going to be using nav 2 at first. And here's our course heading 297. Excellent. Get our taxi lights on. Move the parking brake. And let's roll. Ooh, a Legion Air. That's cool. Our mode selector, which is like our flight director, we're just going to do heading for now. It does put a custom tail number inside the airplane here. You can see we have 5220G. Hey, and if you want to follow this flight on Say Intentions website, you can. I gotta get that link put back up again. Let me, I don't really want to look for it while I'm taxiing. I'll wait until I stop. But yeah, they have a website, kind of like VATSIM. Lisa, it's the captain. Would you go over to safety briefing for our guests today, please?
Okay, Captain. I'll go over to safety briefing for our guests now. Ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare for our flight today, I would like to take a moment to go over some important safety information. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To unfasten, simply lift the buckle.
Low and tight is how we like it. I kind of want to make it darker outside, but I'm scared with 2024.
Start with the flow of oxygen. Place it over your nose and mouth and secure it with the elastic band. Remember to secure your own mask before assisting others. In case of emergency evacuation.
Because usually the interior, you know how the interior is. Usually it's like super fucking bright.
This Fokker F28, we have 2 emergency exits located at the front and 2 at the rear of the cabin. Please take a moment to locate the exit nearest you, keeping in mind that it may be behind you.
Yeah, like, look how bright this APU switch is. That's
Select
fucking
the lens
ridiculous.
located under your seat. To use it, pull it out.
It's amazing they still haven't fixed that yet.
Pull the straps to secure it. In
It almost makes one think, are they ever going to fix it?
Tabs once you're outside the aircraft. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you have a pleasant flight.
All right, taxiing, collection tanks are black. Flaps are flapping. Crew briefing is complete. I want to turn it down, the sun down lower, but like it's already kind of blinding these switches here. Hang on. I gotta reverse something here. For the trim. Like, I'll reverse the... Come on, bitch, I didn't care. Come on. You can do it. You can read this. Come on. There we go. Finally. Gee. Been it forever. All right. Set inverted. Every once in a while, I got to invert it for certain airplanes. There we go. Now the trim is working. I'm trying to get this nose down a little bit. The way that it was before, when I would move the scroller, the wheel forward, it would move it up, and that's not what I want. I want it to go down. I'm guessing that's okay for takeoff for trim. You got to arm the altitude as well once we get rolling. Oh, you know what? I probably should have been up on this line the whole time. I think the engine sounds, if I remember correct, at least on 2020, the engine sounds were some of the best I've ever heard, especially when you do a flyby. I should have did this flight in 2020, so I could have had chase plane. I didn't even think about that. They got a really good flyby mode. I like that chase plane. That thing is pretty cool. I think it's definitely worth 30 bucks. Getting all those different camera angles and camera views and customizations, and it just makes it so easy to go to the console or the tablet. You just click a button and runway 8 is all the way at the top of this taxiway here. All the way straight on up. All right, so while this is doing its thing, let me try to get that link for say intention. Let's see here, flight tracker. showing my airplane yet. There we go. I wanted to do a flight all VOR. I didn't want it to be too long. At first I was thinking about going to Vegas. Hey, that's cool. Look at that. That shell truck there. Look at that. That is dope as hell. Every once in a while there's some cool shit in 2024. And then that United building, that's pretty dope, dude. I like that. That's cool. I think out of all the airplanes I own that have jet engines, I think this one is my favorite for, like, the sounds. Just if you close your eyes and just listen to the sounds of the engines and the turning of the knobs and the clicking of switches and shit like that, I think this one is my favorite. I don't know if it's my favorite to fly, but it's certainly my favorite jet engine plane, that's for sure. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. And we're almost at the runway. There's not really much we need to do for takeoff, if I remember correct. I think it's just arming the lip dumpers. We got to put on our weather. I still don't think this weather works down here. It might. It's been a minute since I've tried it. Still not really sure why this thing is not cooperating yet, but whatever. Alright, let's put you on. Oh, it does work. Sweet. Yeah, lining up. You just need to make sure the brakes are good. Yaw dampener switch is in. Which it is already. Oh no, we got to turn it on here. That's right. We got to make sure that our... Here's where chase plane would come in handy. I could just click radio and it would take me right down here automatically. All right, let's put you on. Code C. Oh, you're going kind of fast. 1477 is correct. Let's tune to the tower. That's 124.3. We are almost at runway 8. Yeah, as much as I curse say intentions, I mean, they're not terrible, but they're not as good as they should be, I think. I think there's a lot of room for improvement. I wish somebody from Say Intentions would contact me so I could have a talk with them. Now, before I take off, I am gonna... Why is this lighting up? Oh, traffic. Okay. Set this to that for now. More than likely, we're going to use IAS for climbing mode, but in case we do this mode here, we can click on this button here and that'll activate VS mode. That's a new update. That wasn't part of the plan initially when it first came out. Or were these buttons here, you know, for alerts and things like that. And then once we get in range of the next VOR station, the one that we have programmed in that one, we're going to switch our selector mode to VOR localizer at that point and click on beam. That'll lock us in. We're at 3028. Okay, that's where we're at there. Alright, let's set our parking brake for a moment. Put all our lights on. Strobe lights on. Set my heading. I'll be wanting to head this way a bit. Let's put our lip dumpers in. Gotta turn off the APU now. So for this, you're going to want to hold the stop switch for a few seconds until it starts going back down. And once it gets back down to 0, we can then turn this off. I just want to get the chart out for climbing. Alright, very good. Let's turn this off. Let's get clearance for takeoff. Denver Tower, Piedmont, 219, holding short runway 08, ready for departure.
Denver Tower, runway 8, wind 020 at 5. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Cabin crew, take your seats for departure.
Captain, take seats for departure.
Alright, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now preparing for departure. Please ensure your seatbelts are fastened and your seats are in the upright position. Thank you for your cooperation.
There we go, now we're moving. right, let's roll.
Cam crew, please take your seats for takeoff. Power set.
Cabin is secured for departure.
Takeoff power set. $80 knots. Oh, we never did set our V speeds. Shit. Alright, V1.
Rotate.
Yeah, I forgot to set our V speeds. That's my bad.
Positive climb. Gear up.
That's such an easy thing to do as well.
Flaps up. Traffic. Traffic. Climb power. Clear of conflict. Piedmont 219, contact departure.
Contact departure, Piedmont 219. Alright, let's do, let's angle down a little bit to get into Denver, departure. Piedmont 219 currently climbing through 8,000 feet for flight level 290. IAS heading autopilot on.
Piedmont 19, Denver departure, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 290, turn right heading 250. Vectors to Denver, then as filed.
Copy that. Turn right heading 250, vectors for Denver, and then as filed. But I guess we gotta turn around real quick and go to Denver since that's first on our list. I wish I wouldn't have done that. Actually, you know what? Let me just see if I can get clearance direct to our first waypoint. Let me see what that waypoint's called. Denver departure, Piedmont 219 requesting direct vectors to Black Forest.
Devices is now allowed. You can also enjoy our onboard Wi-Fi service. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you have a wonderful flight.
Piedmont 219, turn left heading 180 for direct vectors to Black Forest.
Copy that. Turn right heading 180 vectors for Black Forest, Piedmont 219.
Piedmont 219, just a heads up that we had an aircraft report light chop at flight level 120 about 120 minutes ago.
Alright, so everything's looking good so far. We'll wait for our nav system to start lining up. Oh, we should turn 180 like they asked us to. Probably should turn the lights off, actually. That's all done. Oh shit, we forgot to make our turn.
Traffic. Traffic.
I wonder if nav 1 is showing up yet. Let me see here. Oh, it is showing up. All right, very good. All right, let's line up with that one. Now our next waypoint is Pueblo. The frequency is 116.7. And I don't think I'll be able to get my direction here. Yeah, I gotta use Navigraph. It's on 159. Alright, localizer mode on. We got 159 here. It's going to be our next waypoint. It's so nice doing a stream during the day. It really is, man. I miss doing streams during the day. Oh, you know what? Do I have live weather turned on? Hang on a second. Well, first of all, let me set our pressure here. I don't think I have live weather turned on. Yep, I don't. I gotta remember to turn that back on. I usually turn it off. I usually turn it off when I load into a flight, as it usually makes the loading quicker.
Piedmont 219, can you please expedite your climb to flight level 290?
Copy that. We're expediting our climb to 290, Piedmont 219. Good job, Chad. Way to let us down, buddy. I can't blame it on Chad this time. That was my fault. Sometimes I can blame it on Chad, but not this time. Should we blame it on the menus? God damn it, Chad. What did I tell you? What would you do? Just keep climbing. Don't worry about the weather.
Piedmont 219, contact Denver Center on 126.875.
Copy that. Contact Denver Center on 126.875, Piedmont 219. Denver Center, good morning. Piedmont 219 currently climbing through 20,000 feet for flight level 290.
Piedmont 19, Denver Center, good morning.
Oh yeah, we gotta change our flight mode here. There we go. For our localizer. Doing good on our climb still. We're still about 1,500 feet per minute. Shame this map doesn't really work that well. Let's try this version here. The one from Navigraph. Is it still going to blink as well? Yeah, that's really a shame. It doesn't work better than that. The wheel. We got briefing plan, which usually works. What? How the fuck is that possible? Now let's just go direct to Pueblo, I guess. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm a little discombobulated with where we're going, actually. I'm okay now. I got it under control now. Alright, after Pueblo, we are going to... clicked heading mode and it went into roll mode. Maybe heading was already clicked and I just de-clicked it. I don't know. I know the passengers are getting a little this is the captain from the flight deck. Apologize about the turns, a little bit of left and right. We had a little bit of weather we had to bypass. We're getting back on our scheduled route now, and we will get you to Albuquerque on time and safe as possible. Thank you again for flying Piedmont.
Thank you, Captain. I will make an announcement to the passengers regarding the weather and the outlook. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your flight attendant, Lisa speaking. We apologize for the slight turns we experienced due to some weather we had to bypass. The captain assures you that we are now back on our scheduled route and will get you to Albuquerque safely and on time. Thank you for your understanding.
Yeah, it's my bad. I just really wasn't paying attention. Now we're on the right heading. We're almost at 29,000 feet. I'm glad I pulled that map up. We might have been heading to like Dodge City. Like, I don't know why I got that screwed up. I was looking at it and I'm like, okay, yeah, we're going east. I just, for some reason, just didn't put two and two together for a minute. We're not really far off from our track. We'll be picking up our track here in a moment. And it'll be smooth sailing from there. Alright, let's see here. Charts. Might as well get our charts out for arrival. Approach. We're gonna be maybe doing runway 8, so let's save that one. Undo the one from Denver. That's an altitude of 5,500. Wow. Started 18th. Oh, that's 29 miles away. Oh, that's interesting. They start you from that far out. That is pretty damn interesting. Here we have Codium, a HODAP. There's Codium there, and there's Mesa here. That's not where we're going from. Seven miles out is HODAP. 7 miles out, about 8,000 feet. Okay, so this is the vortex here they're talking about. It's 8,000 feet. Yeah, I didn't, since we're doing VOR only, I didn't choose like an arrival or anything like that, so I'm just trying to get a feel for getting down to 8,000 feet. Backspace, 8,000. Enter, and sync. Very good. Now that'll continuously do those calculations for us. We are almost at where we can engage the navigation. We're almost at 29,000 feet. Altitude, hold on. So I clicked this button down here. I don't really know if we need to click it, but I clicked that. And then I also clicked this one here as well. This one I know for sure we need to click on. Want to try to keep it around 250 knots for speed, or 0.65 with a Mach number here, which is kind of where we're at now.
We will begin our snap
since we don't have auto throttle, we'll continuously have to play with the throttle a little bit. I think these are the toga buttons here. I think we could have clicked on one of them for that, but that's okay. All right, we are almost back en route. We didn't really go out of our way. We really just kind of, just went around the storm, really. I mean, we went down from the airport a little bit and around and then back down again. But yeah, we definitely did botch up those directions at first. I say we because, we're a team, right? Not all my fault. All right, we're going a little fast. Pull the throttles back a little bit. We want to try to stay around Mach 6.5, and we're pretty much right there right now. But yeah, I forgot to set the V speeds earlier. We need to come down here and click on these placards here for the V speeds. We'll do that when it's time for landing, but yeah, we did forget to do that. Not a big deal, we still were able to take off, but... we are almost aligned. Yeah, we got a few waypoints today. We got here. So after Pueblo, we have ALS. And TAS, which I don't remember what that is, then Santa Fe. And the reason I broke it up like this is to try to keep these points like 50 to 70 miles in between each other. I didn't have this many waypoints at first, but it was like 130 miles in between waypoints, and that's a bit much when you're doing VOR travel. It's a little bit of a distance gap to kind of just use heading mode without any kind of reference of where the next station is or where you're flying from. Alright, well, looks like our horizon indicator is working now. That's good. Can actually move this down now. The VS knob, we can move this back to 0. We didn't use it. We might use it for descent. Alright, our heading indicator is starting to move a little bit. Now we are in line with Pueblo. We'll use nav mode for a few minutes. And then once we get within a few miles of VOR station, we'll go back into heading mode, switch to nav 1. Well, actually, no. So Alamosa is after Pueblo. That's going to be 87 nautical miles. So we're actually going to have to stay in heading mode for a little bit after... Well, possibly. I shouldn't say that. Sometimes I've seen this airplane pick up stations from like 70 or 80 miles out before. Not very common, but it has happened. Stay in heading mode here. And once we pass the station, we'll flip to nav 1. And then we'll set up nav 2 for Taos or Taos, I guess is what it's called. Angle Alpha Oscar Sierra. the name of the vortex station. Alright, let's switch to nav 1, and we need to go... Oh, not that much. Now what you can do is, if you want to use our last station as like a back course to fly, so we have 223 is where we're flying to. The reciprocal of 223 is 43 degrees, or 43. So we can plug in 43 here. Click on nav 1, and now we can use Pueblo as our station to fly away from. But I think we're close enough with this one here where we can click on beam. I think it might work, because we are getting a reading. I think as long as this shows up here, our TDI needle, I think as long as this is giving us that information there, I think we should be able to lock onto it. So let's give that a try. Yes, that is 115.8. And we're going to be flying on a 178 heading for that station.
Piedmont 219, expect the Freeho 4 arrival. In about 20 minutes, I'll start your descent. Say the word if you want to descend sooner.
Ooh, we're going a little fast. Expect the Frio 4 arrival in about 20 minutes. Descent's fine. You can descend us when you're ready. We'll wait. Piedmont 219. Alright, let's pull this chart up for Frio 4. Well, that kind of takes out some of the fun of VOR flying. Kind of just want to follow our route, but let's see what this arrival is here. I'm going to try to superimpose this chart here. Let's see here. Frio. It's not too different than how we're flying. I kind of want to just do our route though, but well, let's say intentions vectors. We'll see how it goes. I mean, we've already shown that we can do this. So, you know, the VOR, we don't have to do VOR the whole way, but alright, we'll leave this chart up here. Let's in that. You see what our decision height is here. They got 209. I'm gonna put in 420 just to be safe. I guess I can leave it at 209. That's fine. Alright, so we're on height mode, beam. That all looks good. Our speed is looking pretty good. Alright, let's just check out our descent checklist here. Isn't there a tablet on this side too? I could have sworn there was a tablet on that side somewhere. I thought there was something I could click on over here to make that tablet show up, but Could be a different airplane that I'm thinking of. Alright, so let's see here. After takeoff, alright, descent. Oh yeah, we gotta turn the seatbelt switches off.
Seatbelt signs have now been switched off. You are free to move about the cabin.
Oh shit, I forgot to put these switches in high mode, motherfucker. Knew there was something I was forgetting during takeoff. You were in takeoff mode the whole time. Alright, landing data, bugs. Okay, approach, non-smoking, altimeters, landing lights, LG warning switch, normal or alternate, right? Final is lift dumpers and flaps. Okay. And double check skid control. There's really not much you gotta do. Doesn't say anything about turning the APU back on, does it? No, it doesn't. Oh, after landing, that's when we turn it back on. Resources may be low. I don't think so. I'm only at 75% of my GPU right now. I don't want to sit back here too long. I can't tell what speed we're doing. Okay, we're a little slow. Speed up just a little bit. Such a great airplane. It really is. Out of all the airplanes that are like, I guess this old, like the DC-9 that's available. Oh, by the way, I got a refund from Just Flight on the DC-9. This is the second time they've refunded that airplane to me, by the way. I bought it the very first day it came out earlier in the year. It might have been March, maybe. They refunded me. I returned it the first day. It was trash. It's still trash. I made a stream about it, but I think I wound up deleting the stream. I don't know if I deleted it, but I put it on private, I think. I forget why I did that, but whatever the reason is. But, yeah, man, I bought it again. And it's still trash. Absolute trash. For 70 bucks? No way. If that was like a $20 airplane, I'd be cool with it. But, yeah, so they just refunded me back that 70 bucks. But yeah, out of this, the Jetstar, which I think the Jetstar from Big Radios is a good attempt. I mean, that's a pretty sweet airplane, that Jetstar. They did a pretty good job on that. But out of all these older airplanes that I have, this one, I think, has the most complete set of characteristics and things to do. I mean, between state saving, all the customizations you can do with it, the tablet, like the customizations, if you go under aircraft here and go under the little, I mean, you have all these different configurations you can do. It's crazy. They have a really good backup feature. You can do announcements on here. It integrates with GSX really well. Oh yeah, one thing we didn't do either before we took off was click on this center of gravity thing here. We should have clicked on that. But we seem to be doing okay. Yeah, the Bay 146, the RJ are good airplanes too, but like with 2 engines, with steam gauges and all that, this is like, I think, the best airplane. Sounds, the clicks, the ease of use. I mean, it looks like a lot of stuff to do, but it's really not. It's not overly complicated, this airplane. Everything's laid out pretty nicely. You know, we have electrical and power on, you know, in this main column here. And we have APU and engines here. Pressure, air conditioning, and bleed. And then airfoil and anti-ice and shit like that here. I mean, it's The only thing that's a little quirky to figure out is where all the different light switches are, because there's a lot of like light switches all around. Yeah, usually when I shut this plane down, I like to like put everything off. I like to flip the transfer switches up. I like to the battery isolation switches, like all this shit. I like to just flip up. That way, it's more stuff to click on when I get into the airplane. All right, we are almost at ALS. I know they're gonna have us do this Frio for arrival. That thing is almost perpendicular with our route. Like ALS is up here, and then TAS is kind of like over here somewhere. So we're going to be kind of perpendicular to. We'll follow their guidance. Here's our fake chase plane. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I don't say it too often, but I know these circles are for farming, but I still think they're alien crop circles. Like I just have a hard time believing that many farms have that many perfect circles. That's mind-boggling to me. Alright, we are 13 miles away from our station. We're going to go into heading mode in a moment. Once we get to about 10 miles out, we'll go into heading mode. The closer you get to a station, the more close that beam gets for that radial, so it might throw off the navigation a little bit. Alright, let's go into heading mode. Okay, so I think we're going to be going to TAS first, and then from TAS to S-Span here. I'm looking at my Navigraph now, and I'll pull it up in a moment. Let me get set up for our next turn, and then I'll pull it up and show you. You know, I should be able to pull it up on the tablet now, actually. Hopefully this doesn't fuck up the flight. Oh wow, that's an old flight. Okay, so here's our next waypoint. That's right here. Here's S-Span right here. You can see it's after our next waypoint, so we should be okay. All right, let's start heading south. This is interesting. It's not picking up TAS. Let's see here. The opposite of 178. So 368, 348. Oh, bitch. Let's head on 348 for a while. So test might be one of those stations that doesn't give you really a readout. You know, like it's just, oh, there we go. Now it's working. Wasn't working a moment ago. Excellent. All right. Let's get lined up a little bit, then we'll click on beam. And if they're going to be vectoring us, I might just put our approach as the next frequency. All right, we're slowly coming into lining up. Let's click on beam. Now, one thing you have to do when you're doing it, if you're going to do an ILS landing in this airplane, course and nav have to match, and you have to click this approach button, arm it, and then you're gonna want to turn this dial to GS Auto. Make sure you have beam, and then click on beam is localizer. Glide is the glide slope. When the glide slope shows up, then you can push glide. Alright, just in case they forget what they're doing with us, I'm going to set Santa Fe. Just in case they forget that they gave us that arrival to do. We're 110.6. And we have a heading of 179. Speed is doing okay. Altitude's okay. Pretty good flight so far. Aqua Samu. I like how you can hear the difference in the engine when you turn your head. That's a really cool feature. I love flying over this part of of America. Biggest river, is that the Colorado River? That's the now. That's the mountain. Isn't that the mountain from Close Encounter of the Third Kind? Wasn't that in New Mexico? That's a cool movie. I like Close Encounters of the Third Kind. That's when movies were movies. Back in my day. For all that CGI crap. What's going on, Kenneth? How you doing, sir? Greetings to you as well. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. It's weird how you don't have any sound for a few seconds, and then all of a sudden, you get hit with the sound. Alright, I think they're going to start descending us pretty soon. We're in 2024 right now. Yeah, it works okay on 2024. It's still not as smooth as 2020, but it works pretty well in 2024. Lighting is still an issue inside the cabin. Like when you make it nighttime, everything is super bright on the inside. It's still the case here as well. But overall, I mean, this is a pretty good airplane for 2024. My processor's not really working overly hard. I mean, I'm only at 60-70% GPU usage right now. Less than 70 degrees Celsius for the I mean, this airplane in particular, like, it doesn't seem to pull a lot of, you don't need a lot of data, it seems, to run this airplane. Oh shit, we're pretty close. Alright, let's go into heading mode. Activate nav 1.
Piedmont 219, contact Albuquerque Center on 120.905.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Me too. Contact Albuquerque Center on 120.905, Piedmont 219. What's up, yo? Oh? Hey. When I'm done this flight, I'm gonna run out. Monday. Where do I usually go Monday? Where else do I usually go on Monday?
Oh, because I don't know if you're...
Well, I have to get lottery ticket for tonight.
But, like, not getting...
I wasn't planning on it. I was gonna get pizza tomorrow.
Okay. I was like...
I might go to the grocery store tomorrow night when I get off and get pizza at the same time. But either way, I'll talk to you more when I'm done flying. Did I switch frequencies yet? No, I did not. All right, let me switch frequencies. Albuquerque Center, good morning. Piedmont 219, currently flight level 290. Good morning.
Piedmont 19, Albuquerque Center, good morning.
Yeah, my co-pilot. Yeah, my daughter's my co-pilot. My co-pilot's currently making French fries in the air fryer right now, so they're not in the cockpit right now. All right. Well, if hopefully they'll forget about that arrival they were trying to give us. Let's see. Still hasn't picked up that frequency for Santa Fe yet. We're, I guess, a little far away. It should pick up shortly. Let me flap navs real quick. No, nothing yet. Okay. See, the other tower wanted us to, the other ATC wanted us to pick up this arrival, but that's not what I have planned. I just had VOR stations. So currently we're flying parallel here. And my plan was to go to Santa Fe and then head southwest from Santa Fe, which... Where's FTI? Let's see where FTI is. You know, I could fly to FTI and do that arrival. Let me fly to FTI. 117.3. Now, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep on our original plan here. That takes us out of the way. I don't want to do that. So Santa Fe again is 110.6. Yeah, and we're not getting a reading on that one. It's all right. Actually, we can just program in Albuquerque, actually. 113.2. Alright, so let's program that one for nav2. We can program ILS for... Oh, you know, it doesn't matter, actually. because we have to program both for the ILS anyways. I was thinking about doing nav2 for Albuquerque, but we need to program both anyways. So, okay. 179.
Piedmont 19, Albuquerque Center, cleared Freeho 4, arrival into Albuquerque when you're ready. Descend and maintain flight level 230.
Alright, let me turn more towards the west, I guess. Copy that on Frio for arrival, descend altitude to 3,000 feet. Yeah, man, I like this Turtle Beach system a lot, actually. It's really easy to use with X-Plane, Microsoft. It's
Ladies and gentlemen, we have left our cruising altitude.
yeah, I'm happy with it. Yeah, I don't really have any negative thing to say about it. I mean, it's easy to program. It's worked very well.
Please note that the usage of the lavatories is no longer allowed. Thank you for your
Easy to set up. It's easy to program everything, even like program it for different airplanes, and it's a very easy system to use. It's easy to update, which
Descend and maintain 17,000.
descend, maintain 17,000, Piedmont 219. Yeah, I just started using the stand that I bought. I bought a stand, their stand that goes with it. I bought that when I bought the system. But for a long time, I was just latching it onto my desk. And anyway, so now I have it on the stand, and yeah, it's really nice on the stand. It folds up really nicely. You can put it away, and then when you're ready for it, you just undo the latch, pull the yoke and everything up towards you. And the rudders work really well. They have different types of springs you can put on the rudders. They have heavier ones and lighter ones. They have different pedals you can use for they have different pedals you can use, like pedal length or the length of the rudder pedals. Like the ones I have in here now are like ones you'd see like in a small general aviation airplane. They have the longer ones like you would have more like on, I guess, jetliners and things like that. Okay, for descent, oh yeah, we need to do this here. Let's do cabin altitude. Something else I needed to do on descent. I'm not going to look it up there. Let me get lined up here. Checklist. Seat belts, pressurization. Okay, switches on takeoff. Approach is... No? Final is when we do lift dumpers. Okay, so... we should be on a 186 heading roughly. Ice detection. Racing is now on.
Seatbelt signs have been switched on. Please return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt.
We have 111.9. And 79 is the course. This the airplane. Oh yeah. So if you pull your throttle back and you hear this, there's this switch here, this UC horn silencer. Just click on that. That annoying noise will stop once you get to when you put your landing gear down. Once you get your landing gear down, that'll stop. Or we're doing okay. Face detection is now off. Kind of windy out here today. And the topography out here is awesome. I haven't flown over the Southwest in a very long time. I think it's only been twice. No, actually just once, actually. When I was flying to Cabo San Lucas. We flew from Chicago to Cabo. And we went over to Southwest, but then when we flew back home, we went from Cabo to Dallas, I believe it was. And we just flew over the Gulf, Mexico. No, not the Gulf. Pacific. And all the way into Texas. Could plug in Albuquerque right now, but I'm not. We're just going to leave it in heading mode, and we've already used VOR a lot today, so we'll just leave it in this mode here. One thing I would like these Turtle Beach, the one thing I do have a little issue with Turtle Beach is that these levers, they don't really match up. Like if I was to match it up now, they're not matched up here. That could just be like something I need to fine tune maybe. I don't know. It's not a big deal. But I didn't want to seem like a fanboy a minute ago where I was like, just all over Turtle Beach. Like if I had any system, I'd probably be saying the same thing. I know there's other systems available to purchase, but this one for the money is the one that I decided to go with. Alright, I wonder if they're going to get us down to 15,000 feet here. Alright, let's see what our ETAR is. 3024. Just kidding. Okay, how's that honeycomb working out for you? There's one other guy that I chat with on a regular basis. Well, used to be more regular, but anyways, on Discord we chat, and he's got a honeycomb system. He loves it. So yeah, I looked at that honey. I don't know if it's the same one you have, but I looked at honeycomb pretty hard before I got this one. Okay, altitude hold. What are you talking about, profile? Oh, you're setting up a profile for the F28? Nice. Yeah, I do profiles periodically. Depends on the airplane. If it's a airplane with 2 throttles, like this one, they usually just kind of leave the same type of setup for all those planes. Yeah, I've heard that. That is a bit more realistic.
Piedmont 219, descend and maintain 11,000, altimeter 29.901.
But you are wrong. That is not the altimeter. Descent altitude 1,000 feet.
Piedmont 219, descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
Yeah, Luis, the other person I've chatted with that has that a honeycomb system. I don't know if it's the same one you have or not, but he's used honeycomb too. He says it's pretty damn realistic. I don't think he's got the rudders for it either, if I remember right. But yeah, he's...
219, descend and maintain 10,000, turn right, heading 230 vectors for the ILS runway 8 approach.
Copy that, turn right, heading 230 vectors, descend altitude 10,000 feet. Let me just look at the checklist again.
Piedmont 219, contact Albuquerque approach on 127.4.
Contact Albuquerque Center, Piedmont 219. Alright, final skid gear, pressure, lift dumper. Okay, so we don't really have to do anything else for getting ready for landing. Albuquerque Center, good morning. Piedmont 219, currently descending through 15,000 feet. Good morning. Good morning, good morning.
Piedmont 19, Albuquerque approach, good morning. Albuquerque altimeter 29.901. Expect
That is
the
not
ILS
right.
runway 8 approach into Albuquerque.
That is not right. I'm showing 30.717 right now in Navigraph, and here they're showing 30.24. So, like, who's right? Why do we have three different altimeter settings right now? I tell you, I'm going with the one from Navigraph. So that would be 30.17. Oh yeah, let me do our V speeds. We forgot that first time around. I don't know if I want to do flaps 42 or flaps 25. I kind of want to do flaps 25, kind of like how you do with oh wow, I never even heard of that hack before. I'll have to look into that. We're gonna try flaps 25. I don't know. We'll see. I've never even heard of that hack before. A 3D collar hack to make it more realistic. I don't know. I've adjusted a lot of the sensitivity myself. But wow, I have to look into that. That's cool.
Piedmont 19,
Yeah, I guess you have a collar on it.
heading 205.
Hang on a second. Turn left heading 205 vectors, Piedmont 219. Oh shit. Wrong thing. 9. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if, I guess that collar makes it more stiff maybe, or I don't know. That's interesting though. All right, let's bring up our right here. Charcuterie. I'll have to look into that. I'll have to Google that later. I don't know what a real airplane's supposed to feel like, so I just go by what this one feels like, but this compared to what I was using before, this is much better. I was using a what's it called? A Xbox controller forever. So yeah, this is definitely better. I want to check one thing on SimBrief, but I don't want to. I guess I can check it on my tablet, on my iPad. I just want to see what flap setting they have us at for landing. But I don't think their performance is going to work on here. Their performance calculator.
Captain, cabin's ready. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now on our final approach into Albuquerque. At this time, we kindly ask you to turn off your electronic devices and stow them until we arrive at the gate. Please put your tray tables away, ensure your seats are in their full upright position, and fasten your seatbelts. We will be arriving at Terminal A, Gate 14. Thank you for your cooperation.
I think I was at flaps 42. I will do flaps 42 then. Really, we have a gate assignment? I didn't realize that. I think she's lying to people. I think our lead flight attendant is lying to people. They gonna have us turn, or what's going on? Did I miss it? Alright, I'm gonna turn.
Piedmont 219, turn right, heading 235.
What? Negative Albuquerque Center. We're turning left on a vector of 90 to head towards runway 08.
Piedmont 219, speed direct Jill Ave, descend and maintain 7200 until established on the localizer cleared for the ILS runway 8 approach. Piedmont 219, negative, maintain heading 206 for runway 8 approach. Turn left heading 083 when instructed.
Say intentions. You're like I don't even know how to. I don't know how to classify you guys sometimes, guys. Copy that. Turn right heading 083 vectors for localizer capture of runway 08 ILS approach. Piedmont 219. Yeah, I don't know how to classify you guys sometimes, dude. We are way off the mark. Good job, say intentions. Maybe that's why you had us turning right. Because you had us miss that turn. Yeah, I'm good with what I got right now. If I ever start flying a real airplane and like it feels way off, maybe by then I'll probably have upgraded something in here. But I think for my first go around with yoke system, this one's great for now. I would like it to be a bit more, not sensitive, but a bit more tall, like a bit, I guess, heavier feeling maybe is the right way to say it. But yeah, overall, it's pretty. I'm happy with it. Okay, let's capture a localizer. Let's go into have them take their seats for landing.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for landing. Course bar active.
Localizer's active.
Cabin is secured for arrival.
Slow down a bit.
Localizer.
Glide slope has shown up to the party. Let's hold off our descent at the glide slope capture. We're in approach mode, that's good. There's our airport.
Piedmont 219, contact Albuquerque Tower on 120.3.
Contact Albuquerque Tower, Piedmont 219. Albuquerque Tower, good morning. Piedmont 219, currently established localizer 08. Coming in for the ILS approach.
Piedmont 19, Albuquerque International Sunport Tower, roger. Continue approach. Piedmont 19, Albuquerque International Sunport Tower, winds 350 and 4. Runway 8, clear to land. Piedmont 219, roger.
Alright, localizer's been captured. I mean, glide slope's been captured. Landing gear down. Put our lift dumpers in.
Glide slope.
Looks like it missed the glide slope. So I guess we'll land manually. High control. Might have to do a go around, but see. I don't even see the runway, by the way. Oh, there it is.
Flaps 25. Traffic. Flaps 42.
slope. Pull up, glide 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 slope.
Boy, it is
Glide
really
slope.
windy.
Pull up.
Minimums. Minimums. 50, 40, 30. 20.
Yeah, we're. We'll see if we how we like it. Oh. All right, let's do a go around real quick. Actually, that bucket will land. I can't get on the ground though. That's the thing. Like, I can't get on the ground. It won't let me land. All right, let's go around real quick and we'll try this again. It wouldn't let me land. Only in Microsoft 2024 can you not land your airplane. Let me turn off say intentions real quick.
Piedmont 219, contact ground on 121.9er. Piedmont 219, wind 350.
Let's turn around real quick. Come around for another landing. Yeah, only in this game can you not put your airplane down on the ground. It was solved. Minus 47, but you couldn't keep it on the ground. I want to get up to about 1,000 feet again.
Clear of conflict.
I can't believe we couldn't get on the ground. That's crazy. I know, right? It happens to us all, I guess, but I'm surprised. I'm surprised the glide slope didn't stay active, though. That was interesting. All right, they're pretty good for altitude. Just go out a little bit, and we'll turn around. Let's wait for the glide slope to get above us. It's really windy here, by the way. Man, I'm okay with doing a go around. Gives me a chance to look at some of the ground around here. Get to fly this wonderful airplane just a little bit longer. I'm not too worried about shutting it down. Nah, that's bullshit. That's not true. That's fake news. Alright, the glide slope should be starting to creep. Yeah, there it goes. It's starting to creep up now. faster than I want right now. Okay. So let's start making our turn. Slow down a little bit. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. I've had plenty of flights. Well, actually, almost all my flights, really. I have at least 2, 3 go around, sometimes 4.
2,500.
I'm very particular with how I want to land the airplane. Like, I try to get it as soft as possible, but I'm more worried about center line and the touchdown zone. And if I'm not happy with it, I just continue to go around. Yeah, that was interesting. I was pushing all the way. I just couldn't get the airplane to sit down all the way. I wanted to play with the trim a little bit, but I know this trim wheel for some reason, and like every airplane, as soon as you touch it, it like throws the airplane forward, like you start nose diving. Even if you just touch it a little bit. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think there's still a tailwind here. I have to look at the chart, but there was, like, this whole flight, there was a tailwind here. Let me see. No, actually, they have a headwind now. I don't know what it was, if that just changed, but, I kind of just want to fly this thing, like hand fly it. Alright, let's put the landing gear down. Alright, glide slope looks like it is actually working this time. That was definitely part of the problem last time. Was we were so off the mark with the glide slope. All right, let's see. Are you going to turn? All right, we never put our landing lights on either. I guess we should put that just for simulating. Lift thumpers back in. Flaps full. Alright, we're just gonna turn all this shit off.
Traffic.
Eye control.
Descend.
500. Glide slope. Pull up. Glide slope. Pull up, glide slope, pull, up, glide slope, pull, up, glide slope, pull, up, glide slope, pull, up.
Minimums.
Like every warning light wants to go off at the same time.
Descend. Descend. Descend.
We gotta go around one more time. All right, I'm gonna hand fly the whole thing this time, I think.
Clear of conflict.
I'm gonna fly my hand the whole time this time. Put the yaw dampener back on at least. The wind is crazy, man. That's all right. We gonna do this landing this time. I need to start playing with the trim. I'll start playing with it earlier. That might be part of what I need to do here, because the trim is like all the way up. Let me start playing with the trim now, actually. That way when I use it, it's not gonna throw it out of whack, but... Okay. Let's settle our nose down. Yeah, I might be doing a crab angle. I've landed quite a few airplanes like that. I'm coming across like that. We're going to hold up here at this altitude. Like I said, we're going to fly it by hand. Let me adjust the trim a little bit to turn that out a little bit. We'll leave it in localizer mode over here on the mode selector. Once we get above the glide slope again, we'll start turning around.
2,500.
All right. Turning now. trying to follow the glide slope in better, and this airplane, maybe it needs to be updated for 2024, because 2024 just had an update. But like, if I was to jump in 2020 right now, Microsoft 2020, and do this landing on 2020, I know that we probably would have already landed. Not only would we probably have landed already, it would have captured the glide slope properly the first time. I just don't know if there's something with 2024 that's preventing it, but we got everything in there proper. We have both courses, we have both navs, and we have it on approach mode, so I don't know. It could be. Oh, I can't look. You know, I can't look at the chat while I'm landing. Sorry. Every time I do that, I wind up butchering the landing. So let me. Want to get on the ground at some point today. I like that the trim is right here, somewhere easy to see. Oh shit.
Glide slope, pull up, glide slope, pull up, glide slope, pull up, glide slope.
Minimums. 50, 40, 30, 20.
I get down.
10.
Well, fuck it. We're just gonna park here. I cannot get down. Even now, it's trying to take back off. What the fuck? Even then, it was trying to take back off. All right. Well, let's just we'll shut down our airplane here. What the fuck? Hey, that was a good landing. It just wasn't. We make our own center lines where we go. What can I say? It was soft, very soft. But yeah, we just could not get that airplane down. I was pushing the trim down. I cut the throttles. Like, woo! Albuquerque is no joke. All right, I guess that's about it for the show. We shut the airplane down. We don't need to shut the airplane down. Let me turn state saving off because I don't know when the next time is I'm going to be flying this airplane. Aircraft. State saving. There we go. I might be back tonight because I don't really want to tear. So like when I get set up for work and shit, like I have to like move all this shit. So I might fly one more time tonight, depending on how I feel. If not, I'll be back hopefully tomorrow night. But yeah, man, that was fun. Like and subscribe. We're pretty close to 1,000 subscribers, I think. Yeah, man, we're at 994. And we can get there soon. So that's about it, my friends. I will see you on the next. Hopefully next time we'll land on the actual runway. But yeah, I mean that's a bit embarrassing, I think, to not land on the runway. But hey, man, it happens to all of us. The simulator. That's why we practice. But next time we'll land on the runway, I promise. Anyways, that's about it, my friends. I'll see you on the next episode of the Airplane Show. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. See ya.